So we're going to glue the end stops here onto the tubes, which we've painted matte black, and we're not going to worry about accelerator on these ones. Just give it a bit of. So the idea of this design is that we get one end nice and stiff like that, and then when they put a collar on the other end, we can slide it up and down a little bit to make sure they're all the right length in case we haven't cut them to the same length. And they're all supposed to be 21 centimeters long or thereabouts. So this is just like plastic waste pipe tubing, so it's not very expensive at all for sort of 3 metre lengths of it. Get the ones that look a bit straighter than the others. So, oh, that's them. All nicely pressed down, and then we'll have a little bit of glue on the end of here. And this is why I'm not going to use the accelerator at this point, because I want a little bit of jiggle time really to make sure I get these on. Again, we'll try and line them up straight. You can see that one there is obviously a little bit shorter than the others. Maybe it's just set. A little bit more on that one. Now, there's 4 the same length. Now, what we're going to do is start off with some dark burnt umber. And just get a brush. If you tap the end of the super glue like that before you put the lid on, any super glue that's left in the nozzle, it sort of breaks the surface tension, knocks it down into the tube. We've got a little mixer. Then just Now when you put this on first, it looks quite brown, and the sort of worry is that you're going to end up with sort of like a very brown type of tube out of this. But when it dries, kind of the colour fades quite dramatically, and you get quite a nice sort of effect out of this. Really get it into there. Drag a bit on here, just get the lines. I'll put the heat gun on that. You can see there already that it's really knocked back on the brown. That's coming up quite a nice sort of rusty kind of metal effect on the end of that already. And that's only we just got the one finish on it. So you can see that's already starting to take effect off the matte black. To there, I think there's a little bit where that's it. We'll try some of this, which is raw umber, slightly lighter colour. And again, we're just going to rub that straight in. What we'll do is we'll get like some base coloration going on this, and then start with lighter colours at the end of it, which give it kind of a streaky rust effect. It's definitely starting to get the rusty pipe look. I'll just speed. Normally I'd let this dry, but with this I'll just give it a bit of that. So I'll leave that one there. Then we've got some burnt sienna, which you can see is like quite a rusty looking colour already. I'll give the brush a little bit of a clean. Got some burnt umber as well, which is sort of another lighter colour in between. They're all just very similar. See how red that is, very like a red oxide. Go a little bit more sparingly with this. Just put it into some of these pieces here. Now, this is raw sienna, and what we'll do with this, it's actually got a smaller brush with this one. This is like surface rust colour, and this one comes out like a paste for some reason. These are all only about £2–3 a tube, so we don't need too much in this one. So what we do with this is go in on right inside the corners and give it a light. Now these are going to be the tops of the tubes, so what we're going to do now is make sure that we've got any runs in the rust. They're going down as if they were following like a water course. So you get some streaks going down that way. The water would probably pool up in there, so we'll put likewise at the bottom we'll sort of imagine all the water was draining down there, and the rust is going to build up a lot heavier in this one in the bottom, so I'll give it a fair bit more down there. So we've got that looking fairly rusty. It looks a bit bright in some places, so one of the things we've got here is some black ink, actually, black acrylic ink. What we could do with that is sort of dab it on, and you get real runs. Basically, you can see that running down. So leave that going, and we'll pull a bit of that up in the bottom, and that will knock off some of the very bright colours down there. Give them some more runs down there. Now, what we need on this one is some bit of rub and buff, and we'll just put some silver on this. In fact, we've got two options here. We've got sort of rub and buff, which is like pretty insanely expensive actually for what it is. You only need the tiniest amount of this. We haven't got too many edges on this, but we'll just run some of this. Oops. Especially like these bolts on the bottom. Do the same with a bit at the top. Now the other thing as well, which is used to sort of quite good success, is you can get these silver sharpies. So with one of these, you can run those on the edges of things as well. You probably want it a little bit drier than this, but kind of got that going. Now if you do end up with a little bit too much, like on this one here, just take a bit of this acrylic ink and just paint over it. Look it back. It kind of gives it a more muted effect as well. It's kind of not too bad. Run that in there. And there we have a nicely rusted antique looking support compared to a standard matte black one. Hope you like that.